Ladies and gentlemen, welcome back. The episode starts now.
The Justice Podcast with your hosts, Amber Wagner and Jacob Willis.
What's the deal, y'all? Welcome to episode 73. It's your girl, Just Living, baby.
And your boy, Jacob Willis. You tune into the
Just Us Podcast. And as you see, we are alone, but we shouldn't be.
You are so funny.
What's up, friend?
What's up?
How you feel?
I feel so good.
Oh, my gosh. Should we get into that top golf situation, or should we just let it slide?
We're not letting that slide.
It was a lot.
It was. Oh, my God. The fact that we started off the episode like this, you couldn't wait. I forgot all about it until right now.
Yeah.
No, we got to get this out before our guest comes because you guys, we do have a guest today.
Mm-hmm. Let me tell y'all, we went to Top Golf, okay? The one that's close by Manhattan Beach. Hear me out. When I say they were being so prejudiced, it was sickening. Okay, they saw a whole bunch of black men, and then, you know, of course, me and a few other women, but they saw the black men that were potentially could have been gang members, but they had their own money, they looked good, they dressed fly, and they were just being horribly rude. Didn't ask us for ID, but was asking them for ID. The service was shoddy. It was so bad. And I feel like the manager isn't even going to reprimand the worker.
The manager was giving very much like, we're right and you're wrong. And even when he faulted out they're wrong, he was still like, well, you know, he didn't really care.
He was acting like mistakes happen.
Right, like no. So basically, you know, me and Amber went to the bar. We're trying to order drinks. They served us. Her homeboy came and then she was like, I want to get him a shot too. He was like, oh, sir, can I see your ID? And the guy, her friend just walked away because he didn't have his, ID on him. Mind you, you didn't ask us for ID, so why are you asking him for the ID? So we told him, we said, well, why didn't you ask us for our ID? And he was like, well, you guys already, they already ID'd you guys downstairs. And we're like, no, they didn't. And
Let us right in. They checked my purse.
So he was like, well, do you guys want to speak to a manager? Yes, the hell we do.
Immediately.
Sean Lee came over. He was not attentive. He didn't help us at all. Really, he came and he listened. He was like, well, we do, it's their job for them to ask for the ID. I said, well, if it's his job, he needs to ask us for ID as well because he did not ID us.
Right.
And his excuse is that downstairs asked for ID and they did not either. I said, so I can be under 21 and I already had 2 drinks. Right. And he was
Clock
like, yeah,
it.
he says, well, I'm going to talk to him because, he should be IDing everyone else. And Amber was like, okay, well, we can get a little complimentary shot or something. He was like, no, you tried it. Nice try.
Yeah, nice try. I was like, oh, wow. Okay. And we spent bread up there. Remember, okay, let me tell y'all something. I bring out money just so I can spend, but it's like I'm not going over my budget. I had $100 left for the night. I spent that whole $100 at that bar. Shot, drink, shot, drink, shot, drink. You know what I'm saying? We still show love.
Yeah. Like,
and
come
tips.
on. And did tip.
Right.
And then let them know what happened downstairs when I left.
Oh my gosh. This was like part 2. That was just like a weird night. So Jacob left. Then the police came. They started roaming around the parking lot because they saw all the blacks outside and stuff. Everybody swarmed like roaches. I can't swarm because guess what? I don't drink and drive anymore. So I had to wait on my Uber. When I tell y'all the Uber came, I'm waiting already 15 minutes. The Uber came. He saw me. I don't know what it was. I went to open the door. He said, oh, you canceled. I said, no, I didn't. I said, I've been outside this whole time. I'm on the FaceTime with my mom. That's how late it was. I was on FaceTime with her, letting her know that everybody's gone. I'm the only one here. You might have to come and get me. He said that you canceled. He actually canceled the ride. It was a white guy in a black Escalade. He canceled the ride.
So then she had to wait for another driver. Mind you, my driver had pulled up, and because her driver was like a minute away. So she was like, just go ahead and get the car.
Yeah.
Because I was waiting.
You
the driver
did offer to wait. Yes, you did.
because the driver was waiting for a while. I was like, she was like, no, just go in the car for and I'll be fine. So I'm like, next time I'm going to wait until your door is shut and locked and you're driving off before me.
Oh, my gosh. And then it was so bad that the security had even walked over like, hey, you good? And I didn't even think I told you this part. A guy that worked at Top Golf, he had knew me. He gave me a hug. He said, hey, you want to ride home? I said, no, I should have one more ride coming. But I'm like, damn, like that's kind of embarrassing.
It's not embarrassing. I mean, that was a nice gesture of him, but it's given, say no to strangers.
Yeah, but besides that, everything is good. Been selling hair. You guys, please check out the website, Just Luxury. Okay, hair is going crazy. I'm trying to have more on hand. I need you guys to purchase more. Come on, support a business.
Yes.
I ship out fast as hell, too. If you order like on a Wednesday, by Friday, I'm already sending you tracking numbers. By next week, you got your order by Monday or Tuesday. You get me?
Right. And I just restocked my inventory. My website is called 15orless.com. Literally, I have everything on the website. Anything content related. I just ordered some mics, you know, the little mics that people.
Oh, that pin on?
Right.
I
For the
love
streamers.
those.
I have some more
Yeah.
lights, more fans coming. I'm literally putting everything on the website that's affordable for everyday people. Things that you can get on Amazon, but way cheaper. I'm doing it for us.
And we need that.
Yes.
We need it. Good job, Jacob. Proud of you.
I'm proud of us.
Proud of us. S&D.
Right? So what's been going on? Are you talking to anybody right now? Dating?
Still single. No roster. Not talking to one person. I even kind of just stopped thinking about it.
I ain't gonna hold you. Same here.
Yeah, it's like I don't even put in the effort anymore. They don't put in the effort, so effortless.
Right? I've been dating myself lately.
Come on, doesn't it feel good?
Feel good. Just been in the house. I've been staying put. I'm proud of myself. I thought I couldn't do it.
Finally. Well, you were out just the other day. Yesterday, actually.
Was yesterday Monday?
You was out yesterday.
Was I out yesterday or was I out Monday?
For Shabby's birthday?
That was on Monday, babe. Yesterday was Tuesday, Taco Tuesday, and I was in bed. Actually, I didn't even eat
What?
tacos. I made me.
me.
Thank you. You try to clock it.
Okay.
No, I made me because I know how to go. I guess because I made me a baked potato with blue cheese and Parmesan cheese.
Was it good?
It was so good.
Sound good.
And I was right on that toilet. Okay. Hey, are you guys enjoying this episode?
If so, make sure you stream us on all your favorite podcast platforms.
With that being said, you guys enjoy the remainder of the show.
Thanks for tuning in.
Okay, you guys, so you see we're not alone on the couch, okay? Today we have WNBA player, first pick of the WNBA draft of 2009, Olympic gold medalist. Angel Mccoughtry is in the mother house.
The best of the best.
What's up?
So glad to have you.
Thank you for having me.
Yes, it's so funny because when Jacob told me, like, yes, my god sis wants to come on, her name is Angel.
Right.
She plays for WNBA. I'm like, I'm thinking Angel Reese.
Right.
But when I saw it was you and I saw everything that you've done, I said, well, this will do.
So yeah, let's talk about that, right? So Angel Reese is my little sis. We both from Baltimore.
Oh, wow.
And we went to the same high school. So whenever I'm out and I tell people I'm playing in WNBA, they hear my name is Angel, they automatically say now, Angel Reese. And I'm like, no, I'm Angel Mccoughtry. And they go, oh. And I'm like, dang. I was like, listen, Angel Reese is trying to get what I've accomplished. Can I have a little bit of respect? But that's my little sis. So, you know, what she's done in her popularity, I mean, it's just amazing.
Absolutely.
Right?
Yeah. Hell yeah. I'm glad you cleared that up.
So maybe one day people will get excited again that it's Angel Mccoughtry. We'll see.
Yeah, we're gonna wake it up. We're gonna wake it up.
They're about to find out.
Hello?
You know, I know all about it.
Right.
Okay, so for the mental health moment, we start off every episode with a mental health moment. You guys know that. As we know, it is Pride Month, so be who you are.
Yes.
Right.
Okay, and we're all unapologetically ourselves, but this didn't happen overnight.
Right.
You know, how did you build the confidence to reach the level that you are now to love yourself unconditionally, unapologetically?
Wow. That is definitely some growth because I think we all come from different social backgrounds. And our parents, they've raised us on how they were raised, their fears,
Absolutely.
their motivations. Because I asked my dad, I said, you know, Dad, I thought about it. You raised us to be Christian girls. But I'm like, if you raised us to be Muslim, we would probably be Muslim. Right? So it's like, how do you start to factor what you should be in life? And I feel like as we become adults, we start to explore like who we are.
Right.
What is like, how do I want to think? How do I want to have a relationship with
Who
God?
I want to be.
Who I want to be.
Yeah.
And I think like that's what you start to say, okay, I don't want to be what my parents want me to be. I want to be who I want to be because they all have this vision in their head of what our perfect life should be.
Absolutely.
And they get so disappointed
When it doesn't line up. Exactly.
when just even the smallest thing doesn't line up. Like, Mom, Dad, like you really cannot think
Right.
that our life should be what's in your mind. So it's like,
At the end of the day, it's your journey. It's your
Right.
walk.
Yeah.
yes. And I want to make sure I'm not that kind of parent. Like, I don't want to have this vision of what it should be. I just want to like go with this journey with my kid and whatever just happens, kind of we just flow with that. You know what I'm saying? Naturally. So
Much
In the black
respect.
household, we didn't grow up with option and choice.
it was not an option
What?
of choice
At all.
At all.
We had to do
Man.
what we had to do.
We had to do what we had to do.
So you mentioned growing up in Baltimore, as we know, growing up little Angel, playing basketball, and you weren't always the best at basketball. You tried it, you kept going and going, and then you got real good. How was it growing up in Baltimore, and how did you start playing basketball?
Yeah, and I started playing at 8 years old. Somebody in my mom's job was like, your daughter's really tall for her age. You should get her in basketball. My mom was like, how do I do that? It was like, go to your local rec center. But couldn't find out my dad actually played in college, Coppin State University. So it's like I had obviously this talent from my dad that we didn't even know. My dad said back then he didn't know to put his little girls in basketball. It wasn't a thing that you thought.
Right.
No WNBA existed, so he didn't think to. But it was just God used this lady on my mom's job to put me in. And by the time I was probably like a teenager, I had this young kid. AOL was out. I was on AOL Snapchat.
Okay, yeah.
You know what I'm saying?
We was on the desktop.
We was on the desktop. and this young kid, I kept getting these pings from this young kid who was just loved basketball too, and his name was Jacob. Jacob, tell me Tell him how we met, Jake.
Well, it's so
You
crazy.
was blowing her up.
Yes.
Wow, what
And
a stalker.
I love her, low key. I loved
yeah.
her. So it is so funny that you brought this up because this was in the outline, but you come on my show and you do it yourself. But that's fine. She was so excited. But you know what? I never had at that time in my life, I didn't have a role model. I didn't have anybody to look up to. When it came to basketball, I just watched my brother play basketball. It wasn't until I turned on the TV and saw Angel playing, and I'm like, I don't know who this is, but I just couldn't keep my eyes off of her.
That's
it was
sweet,
something about her,
yeah.
and I just was like, who is this? I love her, and I just kept watching her and looking her up, and I was like, wow, I was never inspired. So then I saw her, and it inspired me because I was like, okay. So in a way, she made me masculine. No, seriously. In a way, she
Love
really manned me
that.
up because I went to the court and tried to learn. No, she did. Because at that time, I was just a kid. I didn't know what I wanted to do. I didn't have inspiration. So when I saw you playing basketball, I started playing basketball.
Oh my God.
I didn't make the team my freshman year. I was fat. The coach was like, you're not coordinated at all. I would watch videos of Angel almost every single day. And I literally she taught me how to play basketball just by me watching her.
Stop.
So I
didn't know
learned,
that.
I came
Wow.
and I got really good at basketball and I lost all this weight. And everybody was like, how did you learn how to play basketball like this? I'm like, there's a WNBA player named Angel Mccoughtry. So when I tweeted you and I said, would you be my god sister? And you tweeted back and you said yes. You don't even though you know
It
it
happened
wasn't.
on Twitter.
But my yes was like,
It was like, yeah,
Okay,
okay, this
yeah.
is what, but
Yeah,
look, now
I guess.
years later, I was so young, and now look,
and he's best friends with my little sis, Joy.
Joy,
Joy loves you. Oh my God. I'm like, if I have to hear about Jacob one more time.
right?
So
Yeah.
you've also played overseas, right? Mm-hmm. So I want to know, how is the respect and how they treat you different abroad from the U.S.?
I'm gonna just put it like this, child. Like my Wnba salary, I will make in 1 month overseas. My whole Wnba salary. So it goes to show you, like, yeah, the pay is different. They respect our game more so for like us being women. Not here is more so like, can you dunk? Are you pretty? Are you this? It's so many stipulations here in the U.S. about being a women's basketball player. Are you gay? But there is just like, we love that you play for our team.
Exactly. We
And
love
that's-
your love for the game.
We just love your love for the game. Now, is it changing? It's changing a little bit here.
Okay.
The pretty aspect, it's still like this thing on women athletes where it's like, how do you look instead of what's your talent? So men they can just look however they want to look.
right.
But with us, like, you'll notice like the WNBA players who have the most following are what is considered probably most attractive to men. Or
That's
things
true.
like that. All
the world
the
is driven by sight, sadly.
Yeah, it's
Yeah.
crazy how times has changed.
Yeah.
The WNBA was not like that. When I was introduced to the WNBA, it was literally just real talent.
Just raw talent.
Now it's following, like we said, Angel Reese. Everybody's glorifying this Angel Reese, and it's like, damn. Yes, okay, it's awesome that things are changing and she's getting people in the seats. But remember, you were the number 1 draft pick back in 2009.
Right.
How has it changed from then to now, as far as men really getting into the sport, watching it? Because it's
Yeah.
easy to bring out a crowd of kids.
I
and,
would say
you
that
know.
men were mostly into our sport because my analytics show like I have most men followers who look at me on like socials more than women. But like the pay is different. Obviously, I made $44,000 as the number 1 pick. Crazy. Okay. Now Caitlin and them are number 1 picks. Caitlin will get $70,000 now. You would think it's Caitlin Clark that she should have at least 1.2 million contract.
Right.
Thank God for her outside endorsements, but that's improved. Obviously, the popularity's improved. It's still some things, like you said, we got to figure out, especially with enjoying women for their talent, not necessarily how they look. I want the brands to not rotate the same 5 girls in commercials.
Hello, let's switch it up, please.
Because it's like, yeah, Angel Reese, Caitlin Clark, but y'all don't know like anybody else, right?
Right.
Because if you post this TMZ clip I asked the guy, I'm like, yo, name me 10 WNBA players. And they couldn't. So TMZ, they made a joke about it. And he was like, oh, well, Caitlin Clark, got to go.
Yeah, and he didn't even say your name right.
And he didn't say
which
my
I
name right.
didn't
So it's like,
Yeah.
those are, we have this following, but if you don't still get to know these other women who are like, what is are we growing still? Or are we just stuck in
Right.
this?
It's just stagnant.
Yeah.
Wow.
Right.
Speaking on stuff like that, I have wrote down a question. What conversations about femininity and masculinity in women's sports do you wish people would stop having?
Yeah, I want people to start worrying about who people love, right? Like,
Okay. What's that have to do with the game?
it has nothing to do with the game.
Right.
So let's talk about this one, right? I don't want my daughter to play basketball because I'm scared she's going to be gay. Okay. Let her play soccer. Let her play tennis. Let her play volleyball, softball. There's gay people in every sport.
Everywhere.
What is that? Like, does that even... And then I promise you, basketball is not going to make somebody gay. I promise you, if she is, that was her choice. and you just don't want to admit that.
And she probably been like that. You just didn't know.
Mm-hmm.
Hello.
Oh, well, they gonna turn her out. Nobody can turn nobody out, and that's the stigma in the WNBA. Like, you have these rough girls that like, you're gonna be gay and you're gonna be with me. I've never seen that. If she is, she wanted to. Sorry, this hurt your feelings.
She
chose it.
Keep it real.
Nobody can turn somebody out. It's their choice.
Yeah.
Like, you
Right.
know,
1,000%.
I believe it's both. I believe some people are born that way and some people make the choice too. I believe in both sides. And that could be another.
We got to agree to disagree.
Okay, yeah. But I would say a sport can't make somebody gay. So that's the stupidest thing I've ever heard.
Right. It's crazy because, you know, when you came out, I was shocked too. Because, I mean, I kind of knew a little bit, but I didn't know. You know what I'm saying? I mean, baby, I'm a star. Mind you, she's an artist and a songwriter, director, producer, all of that stuff.
Jill of all trades.
Right. Yeah. So then you came out with Illusion. So when you came out with Illusion, you know, you had the boy in the video, you know, the cute hottie and stuff. You had your abs out. I was like, okay, so she got this man. Then all of a sudden, you know, Angel Mccoughtry comes out with
A girlfriend.
This bald head girl. Lord. You know, and
bald head girl.
Right. That knucklehead. You dated a girl named Brandy. When you dated her, how was it, you know, for your family? Because, you know, we both grew up in a very religious household. How did they receive that? And then, you know, the judgments of people saying, you know, that she was a user.
Honestly, the judgment with fans and people outside, I didn't really get to know a lot of negative backlash like that. It was just like, okay, y'all cute. I was getting mostly that. But obviously from family, I'm a PK kid. My dad was a pastor, so my God, you know, I know I had to deal with some stuff.
You had to go through it.
And you know, her dad got that. Her dad has a strong, stern voice. You know that black father that got that voice, and he called your name. You're like, yes.
Yeah,
That's
make you start crying when they yell at you.
Yeah.
Now the mature thing my dad did, I didn't get disowned or anything. He said, I'm always gonna love you. You're my daughter, but you know, I just disapprove. So he just let me know he disapproved, but nothing changes our relationship. So I think that was mature on my dad.
Very mature.
So the love's still there, of course.
Oh yeah.
Yeah.
They know they miss me if they come on.
Right. It's you. Hello.
What are they gonna do without all this, you know? But I could tell my mom was really hurt about it. I think she's more worried about what people think, because she kind of mentioned like, what my church people gonna say? Like, girl, who cares, child?
Right.
Who cares what they got to say?
Exactly.
You know what I'm saying?
So you consider yourself like bi?
I consider myself just Angel. I don't even like the label stuff. I just
the
like
label.
Because I don't date I date off energy. Like, I've connected with this person. Honestly, I don't even go out and I don't even look at women in that way. When I'm out, I'm not like, oh my gosh, she's so. I don't even do that. It's weird.
So
But
what attracted you to her?
out
of all people,
with me, like, I get to know people, and then like there's something that builds naturally. But I don't even. I go out and I'm like, dang, he's fine. He's cute. I don't even look at women in that way. I'm weird. I don't know.
Right.
But people think the weird part about it is like people think like, okay, me and you hang out, we together. It's just like, girl, this is my friend.
Just off the dribble.
You don't like everybody that you
Right.
You get that, right?
Yeah.
Like, you can't hang with nobody and you automatically, y'all messing. It's just come on, child.
messy.
It's like just with straight people, you don't mess with everybody you hang around.
Hey, have you heard of Toy Chats? No, like actually. It's the site where people write Onyx sex toys reviews. Not those fake, overly positive ones. Like, this didn't even buzz right, and I still gave it a shot. Kind of real. People go in. You can read reviews, write your own, even film one if you're into that. And here's the best part. If your review is approved, they might send you a free toy to review next. I'm not kidding. You get to play, then post, then play again.
It's not a shop, not porn. Just people talking openly about what worked, what didn't, and what deserves a permanent spot in the drawer. If you're 18 or older, check it out at toychats.com. It's at toychats.com/user-agreement. Go see what the buzz is about, literally.
It's the same energy everywhere. So stop, y'all.
So let me ask. Oh, I just want to ask a tiptoe on the relationship with the girl. Were you more of the dom, or, you know, in a relationship more of the femme? You know, the top.
Okay, so let's talk about that. Why do we do that? Like,
That's
why
Jacob.
can't it
I
just
don't
be-
know.
I just wanted to know. I'm
Why does it have to be
interested.
this femme, or who's the man of the relationship? That's the point. You're not with the man, so why is it got to be who's the man? It's just you and her.
I didn't say man or woman. I said
Well, you
dom or
Dom,
femme.
you know what you meant. You know what you meant.
I was just interested.
Why do y'all do that? It's just you just with the person.
Yeah.
Okay,
no.
so it just is what it is.
You can flip flop. You can make your own rules. You
Right. Yeah.
can she with me.
Oh, whatever, Virgo. You just try to play it cute. You know, Mama watching. Hey, Sharon, go ahead.
No, but with you being a role model, like how Jacob had looked up to you, with you still being a role model and also being a human being, how is that like finding that balance right there? You know, just being yourself, but then still like, okay, people are watching me.
You know, I'm not a perfect person. Even though I'm
I don't
squeaky
think nobody
clean.
is.
My image is squeaky, honey, and I take very good pride in that. I'm not a perfect person though. Like obviously, I'm trying to think what mistakes I've made. Can't even think, child.
It don't even matter. Look, leave it there.
Even like in relationship, like my last relationship was with a guy I really loved, but that turned out to be obviously a mistake because it's like I don't feel like he loved me for me. I felt like he loved me for the opportunities.
Oh no.
So
I
it's
know
just
about
like
that.
it's just like we live and we learn through these situations. But being a role model, I just want to be able to use my situations to just continue to help people and
Exactly.
talk like this on podcasts to let
Be
people know,
open
like,
and transparent.
yeah, you're not the only one going through it. We all go through it. It's all okay.
All the time.
Because you being who you are, is it harder for you to date? Like, are you more standoffish with people?
I'm not, but I'm learning that I have to date on a certain level.
Okay.
I've learned that because I've dated mostly because I try to be, the way I was raised was to like, you treat the janitor like the
regular person.
the CEO.
Yeah, like the boss.
You treat,
Yeah.
I'm going to treat everybody the same. I'm not going to
Absolutely.
treat you, the CEO, different or more better because you make,
Because you dress better, make more money.
yeah. And actually CEOs and stuff love me because I'm my true authentic self. I'm like, yo, what we doing tonight? What you know, they like that because they get so much
Respect.
fakeness in their face. But I would just say, I just got to date on my level because when you date people that don't have anything to lose,
Don't I know?
it's a problem.
Yeah.
It's a problem. So you do have to date on your level. And that's what I'm doing now. I can't date people who don't have anything to lose anymore.
Yeah.
That's right.
You know?
work
And you don't have
too
to have millions of dollars in the bank. We're not saying that. It's just, you got to have something to lose.
Exactly.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Y'all agree on that, right?
Yeah.
Hell yeah.
We ain't playing these
I'm
games.
still trying to learn that myself.
Hello?
Because I love a hood little broke dude,
Hello?
but I've been kind of just keeping it. I've been straying away.
Sometimes it's like that.
Yeah, absolutely.
Sometimes it just be like that.
Jacob, what you mean?
You know, I mean, hey.
Jacob dates rich all the time, so.
No, not
We
all the
need
time.
a tutorial
I
from
dated
Jacob.
Monty as well, you know. And, you know.
No, you'll have a rendezvous with Monty. You won't date Monty. Clock it.
Baby, you
Oh,
clocked it there.
right.
Okay.
Ooh, clock.
Hey,
Go
Can I
ahead.
ask the
Go
question?
ahead. Go
Damn.
ahead. You know, I'm a firecracker.
Okay, yeah, Lord. If you could relive one game just for the joy of it, which game would it be and why?
Man, there's so many games. But if I could, nobody's ever asked me that, which is an amazing question, by the way. If I could relive one game, I probably would relive going to winning the national championship in college. We went to the finals, but we lost to UConn. UConn.
That Maya Moore.
That Maya Moore child and that Tina Charles and that Renee Montgomery. And I could just go on down the list. But I would relive that and actually have won the championship, and I just want to hold my hands up high and just put the Louisville on my chest and like
There you
that
go.
would have been a cool one.
Okay, love that.
Right?
Now you can go, Jacob. It's your turn. God
No,
damn.
I wanted to get into the ice cream.
Ooh.
Mccoughtry's ice cream. You opened up a business in Atlanta. It did very, very well. It was called Mccoughtry's ice cream. Over there by Candy Burris' restaurant.
Really?
Yes.
Well,
Why
we
you bring
actually
us ice cream?
we actually moved.
No, but when you first opened,
When we
that's where
first
it
opened,
was.
yeah.
Yeah.
Oh, you still doing it?
I had, first of all, that's a whole nother story about that because the Candy and Tall, my landlords, and Lord have mercy, I got stories for days, but we ain't gonna even.
Really?
Ooh,
How's it with them?
let's just keep it moving.
Okay, yeah. Was there I'm getting back to the game.
You look like you was about to vote. You said so.
Was there a moment you was like, you know what, I'm actually tired of this. I think I'm finna walk away.
Plenty of
And
moments.
what kept you there?
Because you talking about we play overseas, Wnba, like all year round with no break. I was mentally drained. Like it was a time I was playing like a robot. Now I still would score 30 and 40. But nobody would know like I have no emotion out here because I'm so drained from not having a
Exhausted.
break. And literally I had a panic attack one game and I went to the trainer, I'm like, I'm shaking, I don't know what's wrong with me. She's like, she didn't even really help me. And I'm out there with no emotion, just body shaking, and still had a good game and don't even know what's wrong with me. And somebody was like, you know what you just dealt with today? I'm like, what? They's like, you had a panic attack. I'm like, what's that? I didn't even know what it was.
Wow.
So I had to look up, because back then, mental health, we ain't know nothing about no mental
Right.
health. We had to just get through stuff without knowing what the heck was going on with us.
Exactly.
And that's when I knew was like, maybe I need a freaking break. Like, something's wrong.
Right.
And that next year, I actually took a year off. And they went down. Then when I came back, I had to lift them back up.
There you go.
Okay. But yeah, Many times.
Right. I mean, you put your body through a lot as an athlete. I remember actually when I first discovered you, I was watching the Seattle versus Atlanta Dream when you got a concussion. You and homegirl hit heads. You went straight to the locker room. You were there for a little bit. You came back with a bandage on your forehead, and you kept playing. That's what inspired me.
I can still got the scar to prove it. Get this close up on this scar right here. Right there.
That's crazy. So how
You
do
see
you?
it?
Yes, I see it. I ain't gonna touch it though.
You see it?
I do. I do.
The scar's
It's
to
a
prove it.
battle scar.
Battle
How do you
scar.
get a concussion, come back, and still play in the game?
Now on to the fourth quarter as Nate Robinson enjoys the action. Angel Mccoughtry and Wnba collide hard on this play. Mccoughtry went down and stayed down. Her head went into Vesela's teeth. Came up a little bloody on this one, a little woozy. She did go to the line. She made her free throws and came back later in the game.
You know what?
Wow.
I really feel like I have a toughness in that I don't even know how to explain. And because when I look back at my career, I'm like, how did I do some of the things that I've done? I'm like, my God. So could I have a little bit of CTE? I need to definitely check because I've gotten up many times with getting banged around. And but that's just part of the toughness I had. I think that's what made me a really, really great player.
Yeah.
What is one of like the wow factors or something that the fans would know about the day-to-day life of being a WNBA player?
But a lot of WNBA players are really just chill. Like, yeah, we animated on the court and we got to be tough and rough, but at the end of the day, we are in our homes. We're mothers, we're wives, we're girlfriends, we're all the above, and we just want to just watch Netflix and just relax. My body hurt. I just want to chill.
Right?
Give me an Epsom salt bath. I don't want to go out tonight. I just want to chill.
You want to do your Amber's crazy stories?
Okay, we can jump into that. I don't have
Yes.
too many
I want to
today.
hear your crazy story.
Yes, so I have a segment where I just go through these crazy stories I see online. I'm just like, people need to hear about this. Okay, let me scroll on up here. Okay, this is one of them right here. Potentially laced. Now, they're saying that this man was laced.
Some viewers may find the following video disturbing. Viewer discretion is advised.
Potentially laced 21-year-old man fatally stabs popular Florida hairstylist in her garage at random. Tells police, I just unalived someone and walked away. In her garage, just, out being a derelict, and then killed her.
That's some really like psycho shit, and I feel like
It's sickening.
I feel like some people don't have a soul. And
that's
so
good.
when some people don't have a soul, they'll just do anything. They'll take a life and not even care. But I feel like you have to have a discernment, because I watch a lot of crime shows.
Okay.
And when I watch crime shows, I see that there were signs, and either people just decided to have empathy and go back and hang with this person,
Or overlook it.
it and forgive. And it's like, it's a beautiful thing to have empathy. That's a beautiful thing, because a lot of people don't have it.
Right.
But when your discernment is up, turn your BS radar up, people. When it's on, you see the sign, let these people go. Because then now you on a crime show and you're gone. And your kids are growing up and you won't be able to watch them again, all because you gave them a second chance. You let them back in the house one more time. You always see it's that one more time that got them.
It is.
So it's just like, I'm sure she had signs about this crazy dude. And it was like, okay, let me get some money so I can get my hair did. No, ma'am.
Yeah.
Your BS radar's up. We listening from the
Right.
jump.
Period.
I don't need 10 red flags. I need a 1.
Exactly.
You're out.
That's right. Next one. This threw me off. 72-year-old mother arrested for shooting her 37-year-old son in the stomach because he was too loud on a video game. Now, I had to go to the comments because I'm like, this is just crazy. But the comments said that the caption was wrong. It was said that he lunged at her. If she had already grabbed the gun, that means that she was fearful of her son. No mom just tells someone, oh, you're too loud with a gun in their hand. Clearly, he has shown signs of aggression before this incident.
I agree with that. I don't think any mom just grabs the gun. She was in fear of her life.
Right.
This young man has done some things. I'm sure if we go back and look at his history, he got some things.
Right.
And she knows some things.
Being 37 on the couch playing the game in the middle of the day,
And
that's
that's
already a
She's
sign.
72. If you one good hit, mama's out to see the Lord.
So had he hit her before? Had he threatened her life before? This woman was scared to death. She knew things about him. First of all, you're lazy and you're 37 on this thing. She was fed up. She was scared.
Yep.
And she was ready in case you lunged at her, which means you've hurt her before. And she was ready.
Right.
Exactly.
Do it once, shame on me. Do it
Do it
twice.
twice. Shame on you.
Yeah.
Did he go to jail?
I don't know. We don't know the rest of the story. You like you hear these stories and you never get the follow up.
We need to follow
Oh,
up.
gosh. I hate that.
Did the homegirl from Facebook, did she ever say anything about, the religion with the guy?
Oh no, I haven't talked to my friend.
Okay, because people have been
not
asking
yet.
for the
Okay,
update.
I'll definitely get an update for next week.
Yes.
Yep.
Okay. We got some Instagram questions for you.
Ooh.
Okay.
Very interesting.
Was this when y'all put up and like asked her a question?
Yes.
Oh, people responded to it? Ooh.
When are you coming back to Atlanta?
I mean, I lived in Atlanta these last 15, 20 years. I mean, what?
Maybe they talk about like Atlanta Dream.
Okay, so let's keep it real with that. Like, I want people, because people keep saying, well, come back and play for Atlanta. Let's make it make sense. I haven't been in the league for 3 years. The last 3 years, I've lived in Atlanta. I'm not retired. So what is that telling you guys? You think I haven't talked to Atlanta to say, hey, can I come back and help you? Can I come back and retire in Atlanta? So if I'm not on the team, what is that telling you guys? That's enough right there.
Well, your fans from overseas also asked, will you come back to Turkey again?
Yeah, I'll come. I was just in Istanbul hanging out now. In my playing days, probably over overseas. Yeah, I ain't about to be playing overseas. I play in the Wnba, but my overseas days are over. But I will be back in Istanbul. Let's chill. Let's hang out. Let's eat some Turkish food and call it a day.
You like it out there?
I love it.
You like to travel?
Oh, baby, let me tell you something. You know how you said Jacob had you out to 3 a.m? We're getting at the club 3 a.m, leaving at 7 a.m. to go get breakfast. The clubbing out there is different.
What?
Wow, look at you.
This is nothing.
Huh?
Oh, honey, you ain't seen nothing yet.
I remember you playing for Istanbul, Turkey.
Yeah.
I had to go
What
to
an amazing
fbtvonline.com.
Damn, Jacob, you was really on it. Like
I
you was
watching and
like,
supporting.
what?
I loved my
What an
You should have been
amazing vibe.
scared.
Put in
Oh,
the
shut up. I was not that crazy.
You was on FBTV?
FBTV, yep.
Damn.
That's the only way you can watch the game. Okay, so who's making the beat / producing your music?
You know what? I just actually started doing a lot of the beats myself and mixing it myself. Like
right.
I've been doing it. So, but I do have a team. I have some guys out of Chicago I deal with. B Flat out of Atlanta. He mixed a lot of my stuff. But like a couple of my songs, like the Bygone song from my new film, I did it myself, mixed it, made the beat, did it all. So, you know, I'm not the best, but it's doable. People actually like some of the stuff I've done. Role Models, the beat on Role Models, I did the beat, and that's one of people's favorite songs.
Okay,
Oh my
so
God.
for people like me that didn't know you did music, is it R&B? Is it rap? I mean, is it?
I feel like I don't have even a genre. I just do it
You
all.
do it all. You did pop. She did Afrobeat. She did
Afrobeat.
R&B,
Wow,
hip hop.
okay.
EDM, like
Oh,
I just,
I'm gonna check it out.
just
You
so-
all over the place.
I'm all over the place, but I'm
Alright.
just such not a labels person. I know we love labels in America. I get it. You want to, because you want to put the person in that box. But honey, let's start removing labels.
And I
We're
love
free.
that.
We're free. We can do whatever.
You doing what you want to do.
Yeah.
We need more of that out
Because
here.
people don't even want to see, like Beyonce, like, why is she doing country? Baby, there's no rules. There's no rules in
Right.
fashion. There's no rules in like your sexuality. Like, let's go.
I love it.
Yes.
Okay. Free as a
Speaking
bird.
about bygones, you just mentioned you just won the best sports film presented. Congratulations.
Oh,
Thank y'all so
congrats,
much.
That's huge.
I just can't believe, I'm in shock. Because I told y'all, like, I have been really depressed about my basketball career. Like, y'all don't know. I would cry every day. I didn't leave the house for 3 years. Remember I told you I was trying to get back to Atlanta. And, like, to be rejected by everybody where once everybody loved you and wanted you. It's a really hard feeling to give your all to something. And just maybe you had a couple mishaps and then nobody. So I'm actually glad I went through it. I got to see the other side of what sports is like. Instead of being this star that you get your way all the time. But then I had to be creative and say, what else can I do outside the game? And I was like, you know, I want to start telling the stories.
That's right.
Let's tell each other stories. How can we tell sports stories? More women's sports stories. We need more than Jwana Man and Loving Basketball.
Okay, please.
Hello.
Please.
Okay? Because everything's so male dominated with the sports stories. Like, so I want to be that person to bridge the gap. And it's showing me that God is like, this is what you're supposed to do. Like, my first time directing, I didn't go to film school. I just had a vision. Let me just make a film. And for it to win an award, like, it's like, okay, God, I got it. This is what I'm doing.
Right.
And I love it.
Stay on your path.
Come on now.
Yeah. Heck yeah.
So what is next for Angel Mccoughtry?
Yeah, what can we expect?
Next is I'm on the pod with y'all.
Come on, yeah.
I'm just kidding. No, it's next is I want to make more films. I want to do a scary thriller in October.
And I love scary movies, by the way.
Okay,
so.
you gonna be in?
Yeah, let's do it.
Come make a cameo in it.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? I'm serious.
Yeah, I'm down.
So just trying to figure out if I'm gonna film Hero in Atlanta, but I want to do something scary because I love scary movies. That's my favorite. My favorite. So
I love movies.
Let's
Horror
go,
is my
like-
favorite. No, I'm seriously.
For real? Like-
yeah, I love it.
can you scream?
Huh? Can I scream?
Let's hear it.
Ah! I can scream. Okay, to the
That's like a horror
mountaintop.
comedy.
I'm not the one to fall, though. Don't make me fall on the script. I'm not going to be following the
Jesus,
movie.
child.
Goodness.
Speaking of movies, we're about to close the episode, but before we do, I have to shout out my friend. He just did a movie. Make sure you guys check out this new movie called The Boatyard. It's streaming on June 9th, Amazon, Hulu, Fandango, all of the streaming services. Make sure you guys check it out. Let's also check out The Game, starring Robert Richard. It's going to be streaming online very soon. It's written by R.G. Graham, and it's directed by Dale Stelly. Get into it. Go check out the movies now.
I like romance.
Yes.
I like thrillers.
Ooh, yes.
Yeah, keep me at the edge of my seat.
Yes.
Right?
This was good. I loved it. I enjoyed myself.
Right,
It was so good to like get
Angel.
more into you, and you really answered these questions well.
Aw.
To just like jump in and sit down, like you was ready.
Oh, we ready. We
Yeah,
do this.
That's what I'm
She's
saying.
very sharp.
We
She
did.
did
Yeah,
interviews her
yeah.
whole life.
Yeah,
For
we do
sure,
this.
I said.
When we have fun, we got to do it again.
We
I'm
do.
going to get y'all on the court next time. Come to my world.
Right, I'd love to do that. Let's do that.
Yeah,
do that.
let's do that.
Yeah,
Speaking
we'll
of
do
your goal, damn it, I almost forgot. You build a court back at home
Yes.
for the community.
yeah, I
Here's a
have a-
picture right here, you guys.
It
look.
looks so good.
Yeah, we have a court in Louisville, Kentucky, where I went to school, and one court in Atlanta. So they each have a different vibe, different color, but it's inspirational for the kids so they can see, like, you can do this too. Here's a black woman's face on the court. You don't see that anywhere.
Come on, you don't.
Kids, be inspired. You could be the next one.
Yeah.
That's right.
Aw.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Well, thank y'all so much for watching another episode of the Just Us podcast. I'm one of your hosts, Jacob Willis.
It's your girl just living, baby.
And we'll see you guys in episode 74.
Bye.